Good morning, it's Marianne Marinas, and I am here to talk to you about single family homes, what to do during these uncertain times in 2020. So, I know that many of us are not quite sure what's going to happen in the next year and a half with the market, what's going to happen with the stock market, what's going to happen with the real estate market, what's going to happen with our jobs, what's going to happen. Just we don't know. We're all on the same boat. There's a lot of uncertainty. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because I know that there are a group of people that are itching to buy something right now. Now, I personally do believe that you should have enough cash on hand and savings to get you through these times, just in case there is some uncertainty with your future income. So don't buy anything if you don't have the savings there. But if you happen to have a surplus and you are looking at the stock market or maybe some investment properties and you're not quite sure what to do, I personally believe that looking for cash flowing rental properties would be the way to go. There's nothing wrong with the stock market, but it's a little inflated compared to what it has been. And now we have this uncertainty. So I'm not really sure if that is the best way to go. Now, I do believe in dollar cost averaging. So I am slowly putting in some money, but I'm not focusing on it. It's what I've already been doing. So it's nothing different. But I'm not going to try to time the market or anything like that. I just don't think that that is the best way to go right now. Now, if you do happen to have some extra cash and you're looking at maybe buying a property, let's see what Warren Buffett has to say about real estate. Now, keep in mind that this video interview of him was from 2012, but overall, the same type of information is relevant to today because the interest rates were low back then, interest rates are low today. And so let me just share with you what he has to say.
If I had a way of buying a couple 100,000 single family homes and had a way of managing, the management is enormous. It was really a problem because they're one by one. They're not like apartment houses. But I would load up on them, and I would take mortgages out at very, very low rates. But if anybody is thinking about buying homes, 5 years ago they couldn't buy them fast enough because they thought they were going to go up, and now they don't buy them because they think they're going to go down, and interest rates are far lower. It's a way, in effect, to short the dollar because you can take a 30-year mortgage. And if it turns out your interest rate's too high next week, you refinance lower. And if it turns out it's too low, the other guy's stuck with it for 30 years. So it's a very attractive asset class now.
If you are a young individual investor at home and you have your choice between buying your first home or investing in stocks, where would you tell someone is the better bet?
If I thought I was going to live, if I knew where I was going to want to live the next 5 or 10 years, I would buy a home and I'd finance it with a 30-year mortgage, and it's a terrific deal. And if I was an investor that was a handy type, which I'm not, and I could buy a couple of them at distressed prices and find renters, I think that's and again take a 30-year mortgage. It's a leveraged way of owning a very cheap asset now.
Okay, so he made a few points there. One, if you don't own a property yet and you're trying to decide should you buy a rental property or buy your first property, which one should you do? Well, if you're going to live in it for 5 to 10 years, then buy your first property. If you can find a duplex, triplex, or fourplex, you can buy that with your own conventional loan with a normal down payment, and you can rent out the rest. So if you can find that type of a property, that's ideal if you're looking for an investment property / something for your own personal self. But if you already own a home, then you can, of course, buying at these low interest rates, as long as they meet certain criteria. You have to get it at a discount or something that needs to have some work done, so that if you're okay with putting a little sweat equity into it and get it fixed up. And it also has to cash flow. So what does that mean, cash flow? That means that the rental income that you're getting has to cover the cost of your mortgage plus any maintenance, and then you need to have some extra income. So not every single property is a good investment. You have to look at all the numbers, just kind of like you would analyze investments in stocks. You need to analyze that property and see if it's the right investment for you. So I hope this answers any questions that you might have or help you feel a little more comfortable with making the decision before you make that next investment. If you have any questions, I'm happy to kind of help you go over it and see what might be the best option for you. Now, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I can help you look at some investment properties to see if it might be the right fit for you. All right, take care.